welcome to this cold March day here at the racecourse ground. Carlisle United, the visitors, and it's sure to be a difficult game here for Wrexham. Carlisle certainly have enjoyed a good run recently. It's the ball forward, looking for Roberts. Well played, Mark Wilson gets a good cross in, and Craig had to be on his guard there as Roberts steamed in at the near post. Good early chance there for Wrexham. Craig forced to clear his lines. This is Ward. Good save from Tony Craig. Peter Ward suddenly found himself in space, and Tony Craig had to stand big, and he was. Liebird with the throw. Good cross in. There's a chance here. Good save, Marriott, but it's gone in. Andy Marriott can count himself very unlucky there. Forced to save with his legs in the first instant, but there was no one there to clear the ball, and Nick Wright stole in to put the visitors 1-0 ahead. Disaster for Wrexham. Ward receives the ball back. Finds Owen. Ward again. Neat play from Wrexham. Ball going through Peter Ward at the moment. He has the ball again. Chips the ball over. As Brammer with the shot. Oh, and that's not far wide. I think it was Mark Wilson with the attempt. Liebird with the throw, the former Bradford City man. He's had a steady game. But Wrexham have come more and more into this as the game's gone on. But still, Carlisle lead by that right goal. Skinner. Owen, nice back heel. Oh, missed kick, Spink. Ward again on the edge of the box. Ward! Oh, what a pinch! What an absolutely brilliant strike from Peter Ward. He possesses so much talent in that left foot, and he used it to full effect there. Nothing Kay could do. And just before half-time, Peter Ward puts Wrexham back in the game. Top, here's Roberts, gets there first. Roberts is round the keeper. Surely a goal. Oh, Punavocci was there. The big gangling Frenchman got one of his legs around the ball to clear it off the line. Good play from Roberts. Craig was beaten. Stefan Punavocci somehow got back to clear. Connolly flicks the ball inside. Spink gets it back to Connolly. Good save by Craig, and Punavocci clears. Neat play between Connolly and Spink. Ball driven in. Good save from Craig, had to be made. Connolly Owen. Bavachi away. Chance here. Goal, great save. Oh, dearie me. That was Wilson, I think, with the follow-up. Dean Spink with the initial chance. Great save from Tony Craig. Certainly earned his money today, Mrs. Craig. Carlisle make this substitution. It's a Wrexham free kick. It's pumped long towards Connolly. Connolly gets there, and Connolly scored. Great header from Carl Connolly. Nothing that Kay could do again. He'd have no chance with the goals. That's a killer blow, surely, for Wrexham with just over 10 minutes left. Bavachi, good effort. Oh, it's there! I'm not quite sure what happened in the box. Cross came in from Punavachi. It was Ian Stevens who stole in about a yard out to toe poke the ball home. And the game's back in the melting pot. Attendance 4,242, good turnout, and they may still go home unhappy as that ball came across. Well defended though by Brammer. Still not over. Connolly's back defending. And that looked like handball from Carl Connolly. Still Carlisle press. Good ball in. Oh, great save from Marriott. Well, what were the Wrexham defenders thinking of? Andy Marriott forced into a splendid save. Stevens it was again. And Wrexham could have thrown the game away there.
Nationwide Division 2 game, Wrexham versus Millwall, both on the backs of two good wins on Saturday and both away wins. A tremendous win for the Boyles down at Bournemouth, where they won with a Gareth Owen 52-minute goal, and Millwall travelled to the millionaires of Fulham at Craven Cottage and came away with a tremendous 2-1 win. Goal scored by Paul Shaw and Andy Gray, both scorers playing tonight. In all, just a couple of changes for the visitors. Your referee tonight, Roger Fernandez from Doncaster. His two assistants are Mr. Brand and Mr. Harding. Ball on this near touch line, going into touch off the head of Scott Williams. Williams with the throw to Ward. Tony Humes, a captain, right-footed. A little bit of a push and shove there, but it's hooked away by Ken Brown on the edge of the Millwall penalty area. Wrexham still in possession. Over on the far side, Mark McGregor. Ball goes through to Connolly. Connolly now again. First time shot. And a good effort from Dean Spink. Just a little bit deeper of Connolly, but laid off, and Spink first time effort on a shot over the bar of Mark Crossley. It's nice to see Mark back in action. And that's Witter getting over Neil Roberts and putting the ball firmly into touch. Good turn by Brammer to Spink. Spink, good ball through, now a chance for Wrexham. Yes! Tremendous goal! Neil Roberts cutting in, brilliant piece of work on the far side, and there was Roberts hammering the first goal in. Just over 6 minutes, Wrexham take the lead. Well, that goal puts them above Gillingham now, but tremendous start to this game. Roberts hammering that ball past the right hand of Mark Crossley. We're up to 17 minutes of the game gone, and Wrexham leading by that. Good effort from Spink. Right on target. An easy catch for Mark Crossley, then a left-footed volley down the pitch, and in the end it finished it up to swung in by Ward. Headed away. Gray picks it up just outside his area, comes away with it. Under pressure from Connolly. Connolly down. Well, a foul just outside the area. The Wrexham players claiming it was inside, and I think Mr. Fernandez has just taken his head a little bit there, but Andy Gray turning back towards his own goal, finding himself in trouble, having to pull back Connolly. Now, this is certainly a range from where Peter Ward can probably curl one under the bar. He might have a go here. He does do. Ooh. Well, that was a good interception by the keeper, Crossley. Carl Connolly comes steaming in. A wicked left-footed curling ball from Peter Ward. Well dealt with by the keeper. Another corner on the far side. Roberts, good control, turning and taking on the defence, and tries a shot. Well, on target, but not good enough to beat Crossley, and a back throw is intercepted by Ward. Connolly now on the far side. Spink does well, gets it back to Connolly. Good play by number 9, Spink. Connolly now coming inside. To Brammer. Unlucky. Gray waits for support from Ryan. This is Grant now. Good ball by Grant. Chance for Grant. Tremendous save by Marriott. Brilliant save by Andy Marriott there. 1 against 1 with Grant. But he stood up and got the ball away. And it's Wrexham now back on the attack on the far side. Connolly. The dangerous Kim Grant there. Only stopped by tremendous anticipation from Andy Marriott. Certainly making it hard for both sets of forwards. Carey getting above Wilkinson. Ryan, first time ball. Shaw inside for Wilkinson, gets it back, but Carey hooking the ball away. A little bit of fake cry of attempted handball from the Millwall fans. There's Brown now to Witter. Ryan. Not a bad spell by Millwall his last couple of moments. This is Grant now. Swinging the ball in. Chance for Gray. Oh, what a tremendous effort from Andy Gray. And Andy Marriott would have had to been at his international best to have kept that one out. A superb strike from Andy Gray. Not too far off the target either. Brammer with the kick. Not a good one again, and hooked away, but not a good clearance. Connolly underneath it. Connolly! Good effort by Connolly on the turn, but got his foot too much under the ball and over Mark Crossley's bar, so we're now having a turn, and Dean Spink, who's had a tremendous game, certainly working hard up front and gets warm applause. Well, Brian, I know he won't show too much emotion, but he must be a happy man after those 2 results.
Well, we've had a sequence of results. All credit to the players. They are, as you've seen in the second half, working extremely hard. All credit to Millwall. They had a real go at the second half, but I thought we defended well. We defended from the front as well. Neil and Dean up front did exceptionally well when we needed them. And it was a good all-round, solid, hard-working performance.
Yes, it was from 1 to 11. I noted that on the video. Like I said, Andy really only had 1 serious save to make, but it was a superb save, and it was important
it was a critical one at that time, because Millwall, you know, were playing some good stuff. They played with a lot of freedom. They had a real go at us. They've come here with some confidence after recent wins, and it was a crucial save for us at that time.
Now, alphabetically, you're on out of the playoffs because it was a W and Gillingham was a G. But I mean, now you've gone 3 points in front. Are you quite confident that you can stay there, Brian, and be in playoffs at the end of the season?
Yeah, well, if the players show the same commitment and effort, which they have, to be fair, since just before Christmas, I thought our consistency has been good since before Christmas. And tonight, psychologically, it was our game in hand, and it was the start of the crucial period with 10 games to go, and we've won the game. So there's many points that were important tonight.
Two teams are led out by their respective captains. This again, another crunch match for Wrexham if they want to continue in their fight for the playoffs to Division 1. They've certainly deserved it over the season, and it would be a shame for it all to disappear now. Currently in the playoff positions, and they must have only one thing on their mind. Wrexham get us underway then, and Ward switches the ball. Connolly. Roberts. And the headband-wearing Mark Wilson. And Spink had half a sniff there. He saw the beast. Hoofed forward by the Wickham number 4. Here's Stallard with a chance. Cuts inside. Oh, good save from Andy Marriott. Mark Stallard with a great effort. Saw the headlines. And meanwhile, as a Wrexham player gone down, the play continues. Oh, and that's a wet and wild effort. But Mark Stallard with the earlier chance did well to turn. I think it was Carey, former United man. Corner to Wrexham. Can they put some pressure on this Wickham defence? It comes across. Roberts there. Still Roberts. Spink. Oh, and that's not far wide. Not a million miles wide. Dean Spink must have thought that had gone in. Sunbed kid. Dave Carroll will pump this free kick into the Wrexham box. And it comes. Well, that's easily dealt with. Received it back. Ward steals in, and again tenacious stuff from Peter Ward. He's got Connolly on his own on the far side, and he picks him out. Good control from Carl Connolly. Gets the cross in, and it's there. It looked to have taken a deflection past the goalkeeper. I'm sure Carl Connolly's going to claim it. I'm not sure he was shooting now. It looked like a cross, and that certainly took a deflection. But who cares? Just before half-time, it's Wrexham 1, Wickham Wanderers 0. Peter Ward is lethal from this range. He thinks the ball over. Here's Wilson, good effort, and that's into the side netting. Something off the training ground there from Wrexham. Ward This time pumps it longer. Roberts heads it back in. Oh, and Spink was there. Ball sort of half fell to him, and he snapped at the shot, which caused it to nearly demolish the stand behind the goal. Oh, good skill, good save from Marriott. He's been largely out of this game, Andy Marriott, but that was a good save. Had to use all of his international class. I think it was Stallard with the shot. And yet another free kick to Wrexham. And it's taken short again, whipped in, and there was no one on the end of it. Brammer with the ball across. It was a quickie, and no one else read the situation. Carroll gets the ball forward. Stallard, rather misplaced back pass. Put his keeper under pressure. Again, Wrexham defend really well. And there's a chance here as Brammer steals through. He's got the pace. Has he got the finish? Yes, he does. That's a great goal. Dave Brammer poaching on some slack midfield play. It was Dave Carroll, the culprit, who gave the ball away. Brammer ran the full half of the pitch and slotted the ball past the Wycombe keeper. It's 2-0 and it's all over now. Wrexham Hearts can start fluttering. They're telling the rest of the pack they're not giving up on the playoffs just yet.
Well, Tony, not the best of performances, but certainly a really great result.
Yeah, we've settled for the results. A 2-0 home win with, not a good performance. And another 3 points at home from, a difficult game for us, really, so we're happy with that.
And it's your 6th win in your last 7 games, and you can't really argue with that, can you?
No, you can't. I mean, it's good form. It's maybe the other night and today we weren't the best performances footballing-wise, but, we've ground out results and kept 2 clean sheets, so we're really happy.
What's the mood in the camp, though? You say you're really happy. Do you feel you can actually make it to the playoffs this year and then make it out of the 2nd division, because you finished 8th and 8th in the last 2 seasons?
Yeah, that's made us more determined, really. The way we finished the last 2 seasons, we were a bit disappointed with that, with not actually making the playoffs after getting so close. I think it's made us more determined to do it this season. We've got 8 games left to prove that we can do it, and as I say, the lads are really positive in what they're doing.
You're defending very well at the moment. You're not conceding any goals at all, and people seem to be able to come into the side and fill in for players who are either suspended or injured. Yeah,
that's right. I mean, the way that the team's changed over the last couple of years, lads have had experience, maybe not so much in terms of long runs in the team, but come in for 3 and 4 games here and then has given them a taste for it. And for example, Dave Riddler's played a lot this season and he's done really well from maybe just 5 or 6 games at the end of last season. So players can come in, do a job, and everybody's happy, everybody's battling for places, which maybe helps everybody else along.
You're back in now. You've been in for the last 3 games because he was suspended. Are you pleased to be back?
Yeah, of course I am. Yeah, everybody wants to be playing on the side. It was unfortunate for Dave that he got suspended, but I think it's happened to us all this season. It happened to me. I got out of the side because I was suspended, and Dave came in. So we've just got to accept it, and we get on well. We all accept it really well, and we're pleased for each other when everybody's playing well, and we're getting results.
Now, the first goal today was just before half-time, an own goal. The second one sealed it. What do you remember of that fantastic goal by Dave Brammer?
Yes, as you say, I mean, both were late goals in the half, which shows that we're seeing the games through. Really pleased for Dave because he worked hard. He did great solo goal. He's pushed it around the defence himself and run onto it, and he's struck a great goal into the bottom corner, which has taken the pressure off us for the last minute or so. And we've really battled well to get a 2-0 win.
Were you worried that Wycombe might equalise?
Well, it's always a possibility when you've only got one goal. Especially they had a lot of possession. They had a lot of the play. They had a few chances. Andy made a couple of good saves. And anything's possible. You just don't know. So to get the second goal was particularly pleasing.
One goal is never enough, but two are normally.
That's right, especially when you score with about a minute to go.
Thank you, Ollie. In beating Wycombe on Saturday, Wrexham moved into third place in Division 2, and let's have a look at their side for this evening's game. Brian Flynn makes 4 changes, with Mark Cartwright in goal for Andy Marriott, who's on international duty with Wales. Phil Hardy returns instead of Scott Williams. Steve Basham and Craig Skinner replace Neil Roberts and Carl Connolly. Roberts is on the bench tonight.
No surprises here for Wrexham. Straight forward 4-3-3 formation. Craig Skinner giving them width on the right hand side. Watch out for Mark Williams, the 8 on loan from Man United. He's got bags of skill.
Swansea City in their change strip. Set to start this game. They are struggling maybe at the wrong end of the third division. They are obviously building for next season under Alan Cork and Alan Curtis. This will be a big test for them tonight against Wrexham, and early pressure here. Cartwright under pressure in goal, and it was just put wide by Justin Alsop.
But a similar pattern to the Barrytown Merthyr Tydfil game, where Wrexham are playing a lot of the football. Swansea defending in numbers, but I feel Swansea have got a little bit more to offer going forward.
Lacey's cross. Wasn't too far away. That was a better cross towards that far side.
Yeah, this is going to sleep here on the far post, Mark McGregor. That would be, if he could have just directed that back across goal, then you've got 2 players, Julian Alsop in there and Danny Barwood going to pick up the pieces. Mark McGregor going to sleep there, let it go. Appleby's poor header, but he was coming at him at pace.
5 in the Wrexham wall. Matthew Bound, Nick Cusack and Charlie Hartfield standing around the ball. It's Cusack and Bound at the moment. Bound, well driven. Wasn't too far away. Plenty of power there. Mark Cartwright diving desperately to his left. Maybe that's the closest we've come to a goal since the opening 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's a big lump of a lad, Matthew Bound. He's got a good left foot on him.
Alsop is there. It's their second corner. It could well cause problems here for Wrexham. There's Matthew Bound being closely watched by Dean Spink. And this corner, the way, opportunity for a shot on goal here, took a deflection. The shot coming in from Appleby. Driven in low. And that effort coming in from Charlie Hartfield, who stayed on this left-hand side, or the Swansea right. But Swansea always likely to cause problems from the dead ball situation.
On this greasy surface, we had a little bit of rain before the game, and it's a good strike from Hartfield, good technique across the face of the goal, and if he'd have just knocked that out, there'd have been a Swansea player coming in to finish off the pieces.
Basham. Skinner. McGregor looking for Spink. Good save by Freestone. Spent a long time in the air, that ball, and Spink, I don't think it was the firmest of headers.
But he's fighting all the time here, Dean Spink. If you get a close-up of Dean Spink, he's fighting with the defender, pushing away Chris O'Leary. And when the downward headers could skid off the surface, Roger Freestone gets his body behind it and makes a good save in the end.
Not much to choose between the sides then, as ball drops conveniently for Dave Brammer. Brammer! Well, he can strike them from distance, and he wasn't too far away. He made up his mind, and he wasn't caught in 2 minds, and only one thing he was going to do, and that was very close.
Yeah, this is what he does best, Dave Brammer, just sees the posts in front of him, and he likes to give it a good old whack from about 20-25 yards, and this is a good dip-in volley. Gets the ball with a little bit of top spin, just dipping all the while. I tell you what, if that had been on between the posts, maybe in off the crossbar. We haven't seen him get forward much in the second half, have we? Mark McGregor in the first half, he was always on the overlap. Craig Skinner was getting lots of possession, but Swansea has done well. They've stemmed that down the side.
Wilson, there's an opening for Wilson. Tried to place it. Again, it was well blocked. Good defending by Swansea. And it was Damien Lacey who's been very effective all over the field this evening. Now there's a chance here for Bowen. He's been set free by Cusack. Can he pull the ball back? It's slightly delayed. And in with the challenge, Dave Brammer. Good Swansea break though.
Well done, those players worked tremendously hard. Wrexham pushed forward, now Swansea on the break, and two players committed to winning that ball. Dave Brammer, just that little bit of extra strength that wins the day.
Danny Barwood wearing 8 there, one of the bright young prospects at the Vetch. Appleby has possession. Cartwright struggling, Allsop's header, and it's in. Swansea City have taken the lead. Allsop will claim it. It was his looping header over the head of Mark Cartwright, but Chris O'Leary following up just to make sure. And Swansea City have made their pressure, the aerial pressure, pay off.
That's the centre forward skill, isn't it? Up at the far post. You know, he's a target man, he does that very well. This is the best cross of the match. More quality. What a good header that was. Back over Mark Cartwright's head. And I think you find that was in the net before Chris O'Leary volleyed it in. This will be a great angle to see this. Tremendous leap at the far post from Allsop. A little bit of luck. And it was in over the line. Goal to Allsop.
Not only he, Alan Cork and Brian Flynn, the respective managers, they studied for their coaching badges at the same time. Alan Cork would have been a member of the Wimbledon side who came here when they were in the old 4th division and lost in the FA Cup to Wrexham, and they were in the old 2nd division. And that's a strike. Oh, great save by Freestone. The strike there, a low one from Basham on the volley, and Freestone again just parrying that away for a corner.
What a great save this is. On his toes, Roger Freestone. Good volley. Bobbling ball, always difficult for keepers.
And it's Ward with this corner for Wrexham. And for Carey. Great save by Freestone. That was a powerful header. Goal bound all the way, but Roger Freestone again acrobatically saving, displaying the qualities that have made him such a fine goalkeeper throughout his career.
You know, we were saying in the first half, if you get past the centre half of Swansea, then you've still got to go past Roger Freestone, and that's not easy. What a great save.
Peter Ward. Skinner. That's a... Oh, it's in! Oh! Well, David Brammer struck it cleanly, but, well, that was the goalkeeper's ball, surely. And Roger Freestone must wish that the ground would just swallow up and eat him.
And there's me talking about Big Roger being a great keeper, and he is. There's no mistake about that. But this is just... Oh, I can't believe it. That's incredible, isn't it? Just takes his eye off the ball for a fraction of a second. Lovely setup here from Dean Spink. Angles the ball into the path of Dave Brammer. Good volley. From this point, no problem, really. Oh, Roger, you wish the ground would just open up and smother him. But at this stage, you know, he seems in good position. Flashed shot. Oh, it's a goalkeeper's nightmare.
McGregor. And that goal. He's still somehow getting down to that. I think a combination of a defender and Roger Freestone as the header came in from Basham, getting a pass on the back there from Mark Wilson.
That's good header, and again Roger a little bit sharper on that occasion.
Some of the passing though in this extra period is very poor indeed from both sides. Unable to keep possession for any length of time, really.
Again, the problem there is that with Wrexham, it's their own making, but with the Swansea players, they just haven't got enough support with the man on the ball.
It'll be Howard's ball, straight out to Skinner. Swansea, though, again have plenty of men back behind the ball. Skinner. Wilson. That could be the winner. It was well struck by Wilson. There was no one in front of him. A firm left-footed drive away from Roger Freestone. It was a convincing strike, and it gives Wrexham the lead. In the first period of extra time, Mark Wilson on loan from Manchester United makes it 2-1 for Brian Flynn's team.
I told you he had a better left foot than he showed earlier. This is a nice drilled shot. Big space there though, wasn't there, for him to really place the ball. It was a good strike, but as he comes to his left foot, it's just on the instep of the foot, bending into that bottom right-hand corner. But I think that's because Craig Skinner has come more and more into the game, playing 1-2s off the strikers, and then it's sitting up nicely for Mark Wilson to finish off.
O'Leary. Cusack, neat interplay by Swansea. Mainwaring gets his first touch. O'Leary. Do you think Wrexham will be content just to sit back and hold on to this lead, Ian?
That's what they've been doing. They've they've struggled when the game is away from them, when they've got a goal behind, as they did tonight. But they've shown character. A little bit of help, obviously, from Roger Freestone. But a lot of tired players out there now. They'll just sit back in numbers, and like Swansea, obviously got to push forward. Wrexham will play on the break.
It's a useful cross towards the far side. Off the line. Chance is still there. Somehow it doesn't go in. The last shot was from Hartfield. Well, that's a real let-off for Wrexham, and a great opportunity. Dave O'Gorman very nearly supplying Swansea City with the equaliser. Wrexham defenders at 6s and 7s. Off the line from Dave Riddler.
That's an absolutely fantastic chance for Swansea to get back in.
No doubt they have caused problems for Wrexham. Still plenty of time in which to do so, and to force this game into penalties, and that would be real drama. It's so much at stake. Mike Howard. And you always feel, don't you, when Wrexham do sit back, that's not their natural game, in allowing opponents sometimes to take the game to them. Certainly need another, as O'Gorman plays that ball in. It must be the equaliser. It is. It's been coming, and it was knocked across, and it's Julian Alsop who claims his second goal of the game and brings Swansea City level. Well, Wrexham survived a minute or so ago. There's no way back on that occasion. It's 2-2.
What a ball that was across the face of the goal. And that's the centre-forward's job, coming in at the far post again. That's a great ball, in between the goalkeeper and defenders, and who's alive to it? A little clip over the goalkeeper from Julian Alsop.
There's Richard Appleby, nominated by Ian Walsh as his man of the match this evening, and he'll receive a bottle of champagne for his troubles, and no doubt whatever happens in the penalty shootout, he'll share it with his teammates, and they'll enjoy it. So that's it, the end of extra time, and it's 2-2. We have penalties here at the racecourse. Mark Wilson seemingly had given Wrexham a place in the semi-finals, but then a dramatic equaliser from Julian Alsop, his second goal of the game, means at the end of extra time at the racecourse, it's going to be drama indeed, with penalty shootouts after extra time. It's Wrexham 2, Swansea City 2. Thank you, Ollie. Up comes the first one. It's saved by Cartwright. Keith Walker's first effort for Swansea City is saved by Mark Cartwright. He went and guessed the right way.
Great save this. Not in the corner enough really for the perfect penalty, unless you're really going to blast it. Good save down to his right-hand side from Mark Cartwright.
Neil Roberts against Roger Freestone. Roberts! Freestone guessed, went the right way, because he'd always bet on Roger Freestone with a penalty facing him, but coolly tipped away by the youngster. Wrexham lead 1-0.
It's all pressure now from both sets of players, and really it's the players that can keep a cool head. At this stage, penalty takers, well, here's the one. He knows where he's going to put this, bottom corner, Right, very close to the post. Good finish.
Here comes Appleby. Same place. They've all gone to the goalkeeper's right so far, and 2 have been successful. And that was nearly a carbon copy of Neil Roberts' penalty, and Appleby can smile because he scored.
Good finish again, low and hard into the corner. Not the cleanest of strikes, mine, but it's so well positioned that keeper no chance.
So it's 1-all, but Wrexham have the advantage because this is only their second penalty. Swansea scored one and missed one. Skinner against Freestone. Always a dilemma for the goalkeeper. Commits himself one way, the ball straight through the middle. It's 2-1 to Wrexham.
Well, this is a different style of penalty. It's head down and blast, really, and hope for the best. And really, if you get enough power on it, very difficult for the keeper to save.
It's Matthew Bound against Mark Cartwright. The pressure would be on Swansea if Bound missed. Bound against Cartwright. It's in, the power from Matthew Bound's effort. It was saved by Cartwright, but really, he struck it with such power, it took it away from the goalkeeper and in.
That's what I say about power. And if you hit them hard and straight, unless the keeper has got enough courage to stand up to it, then you usually find it hits the back of the net.
It's 2-all, but Wrexham, of course, don't forget, still have that advantage. Peter Ward. That was coolly taken by Peter Ward, sending Freestone the wrong way. You'd always bet on Peter Ward in a situation like that.
He's got a lovely left peg, Peter, and he's able to have that little bit of composure. Look at it, a much better strike of the football. Sending Roger the wrong way.
So 3-2 to Wrexham because of the first miss by Keith Walker. It's Cusack for Swansea. Up he comes. Oh, that was a lovely penalty. Cartwright going one way. Cusack so cool under pressure, and there is pressure out there, so much at stake.
Yeah, another good penalty. Very experienced Nick Cusack. You've seen 2 penalties, 2 experienced players, Peter Ward and Nick Cusack, you know, sending the keeper the wrong way. But it's the less experienced lads that are going to struggle with this, and well, who'd like to be in their shoes?
3-all, but Wrexham still have the advantage if they score here. It's saved by Freestone. It's 3-all, and both sides have had 4 penalties, so the pressure increases.
Yeah, not a good penalty. Good height for the keeper to save. There's that big man, Roger Freestone, getting in the way.
Edge of the seat, sir. This. Charlie Hartfield. Hartfield!
Brilliant.
Lovely penalty.
Yeah, it's an excellent penalty. Very cool. He's had a good game as well. Side of the foot, roof of the net. Nothing the goalkeeper can do about it.
The best of 5, so Wrexham have to score here because they trailed 4-3. It's Martin Chalk against Roger Freestone with Wrexham's 5th penalty. Up comes Chalk.
Now then.
4-0 after 5.
No, we haven't been able to separate them. 90 minutes of football, and they take us to this as well. Hard, centre of the field, goal, sorry, and Roger Freestone going the one way.
You wouldn't like to be tuning also. Or whoever's got to take the penalty. The sudden death, it really is sudden death now as far as penalties are concerned.
That's it, big Roger Freestone. I was wondering when Roger was going to take them. A couple of seasons ago, he did take the penalties in the league matches.
It becomes Freestone. It's saved by Cartwright. Roger Freestone has been successful in the past, scoring 3 goals for Swansea in over 350 appearances, but he failed on that occasion.
Yeah, again, it's had a good height, isn't it? And Cartwright has gone to that side on a few occasions in the penalty shootout, and it was a sort of a never easy save, but one of the easier ones that you'd like. Mark
McGregor to take Wrexham into the semi-final of the FAW Invitation Cup. Up he comes. It's there, Mark McGregor, and Wrexham are through. They have won by 5 goals to 4 in such dramatic style, and I don't think anyone was really aware of what happened. happened at the end there. But Mark McGregor, it's been great drama. Such a sad way to lose any game. Wrexham go through, Mark Cartwright saving maybe that vital penalty from Roger Freestone, but what excitement, Ian Walsh.
Yeah, and there's a man beyond his years, cool as a cucumber, he's a youngster, good player, obviously, but I think it just clipped Roger on the hip as it went in.
Division 2 game, our Grimsby for one place above the Welshmen in third spot with 65 points. And that seemed a bit too many. Wrexham in fourth position with 63 points. 63 points to 65, but the only trouble at our visitors Grimsby tonight have that one game in hand, so it's so important. Every point now is important, especially after Saturday's result. Both teams going away and losing, which are Watford and Bristol City, but both certainly looking for player possessions. As your referee tonight, Mr. Eddie Lomas from Manchester, gets this game in motion. It's Wrexham playing from left to right, and immediately they win a corner, so they've certainly got the old crowd roaring the Welshman on right from the word goal. Towards Spink on his chest, good play by Dean Spink, and then a good side foot pass from Mark McGregor on the far side. Warm applause from the Welsh fans. Wilson to Ward. The master and the apprentice. This is Spink now, edge of the box. He has a shot in. Good effort from Dean Spink. Tremendous effort. The ball just didn't quite come round for him, but Spink with a good effort. First threats. So we go to our left, and Davison had it covered, but a good effort from Dean Spink. But then ups it right down the field towards Neil Roberts. Ball bounces for Roberts. Roberts now being challenged. Andy side comes away with it, but loses it out to Roberts. Spink back to Bremer. Good effort. Well, brilliant piece of play at the edge of the box. The ball falling loose to Dave Bremer. His first time effort, just high over the bar. A good effort from Dave Bremer. Some neat bit of heading there from both sets of players as Bremer to Spink. Spink getting away from McDermott on the far side, turning, wants some support, gets it from Hardy. Ward turns, enjoying his football here at Wrexham. Carey, good chasing by Norgan. Great ball! Wow! Super ball from deep, and hooks on by Roberts, but Davison behind it again. Smith, back to Gallimore. Wilson looks off the ball, but recovers, and Mark McGregor got in first as the ball switches to the far side. Hardy forward towards Spink. Burnett picking the ball up in his own half, back to Andy's side. Hughes with a header. Burnett rumbling Ward down. The ball's bobbling about a little bit more. That's Smith now for Gallimore. Going forward, pushing forward. Back to Smith. Grimsby looking for an opening. Burnett to Donovan. Oh, good work here. Chance. Oof, what a good save by Marriott. Well, reflex save as the ball was loose in the Wrexham penalty area. Marriott to the rescue again as now Wrexham are breaking. And he's going to go here a road at the layer in South Wales, never mind North Wales, if Wrexham find the back of the net. Ooh, oh, they're unlucky. Well, Neil Roberts got a header into the into the area, but I think Peter Warner have an injury. Well, that's Tony Hughes rather. Couldn't get any power behind his shot, and in the end it was easily gathered by Aidan Davison. So the Wrexham captain there, unlucky not to get the power behind the ball. As everybody, the heartbreaking news that Deirdre is serving a second night in prison. If you'll watch the Coronation Street, we have a banner there that the Grimsby Town Deirdre fan club is asking for her freedom. I wonder whether that'll sway them to free Deirdre. McGregor. Andy side. Ward. Where's the fickleness of the fans when they've just cheered Mark Wilson? They'll carry on his banner now. So the shot! Oh, brilliant save by Aidan Davison. That surely was going to find it back of the net. But somehow Davison, his first serious save of the game, hooked the ball away. A brilliant shot and a marvellous save. Good football. Well, the scoreline remains the same at 0-0. As I say, over 80 minutes of these two teams playing against each other, home and away. No goals have been scored, but there it is, a final whistle at the racecourse ground. Well, it'll be interesting to find out whether Wrexham think it was a game, a point won or 2 points dropped, but both teams congratulate each other. A sporting game under the pressure both teams were on, looking to consolidate their playoff positions, which I'm sure they will do. Wrexham now on the same games as Gillingham, Northampton, but I've got a point in front of the Cobblers.
Well, who would have thought 12 months ago that Brentford would be in this situation? Down in the bottom 4 of Division 2, and just 12 months earlier they were gracing the hallowed turf of Wembley in the playoffs. They subsequently lost those playoffs against Crewe, and Crewe have gone from strength to strength in the First Division. Brentford have suffered a hangover, and now they're in relegation from Division 2, straight in the face. It's a shock, really. Manager Mickey Adams, who'd started off so well at Fulham, down the line looking for Spink. Spink gets there first. Nice little dink inside. Good cross. Ward couldn't pick the ball up. And the game started off at quite a tempo. Hutchins picking the ball up. Wilson. Ball finally out of play. Good cross in. Jamie Bates, the Brentford captain, thinks that ball forward. Cross in. And Murray had to be alert. It was more luck than judgment, the shot. It looked more like a cross. But Marriott still had to be alert. Hutchins with the corner. Cross comes in. Oh, and it's there. A well-worked goal, and Wrexham are 1 down. Kevin Rapley with the goal. Certainly Wrexham are going to have to step up the game if they want to get anything out of it. Certainly 1-0 down. has yet to have a shot, really. Maybe that'll change now. Here's Spink. Oh, good effort. Mark Wilson. Never really going to cause Dearden any problems. Brammer. Ward. Might line one up here, does do. Oh, good save from Dearden. Peter Ward unleashing a bazooka from his left foot. Robert, that's a good ball. Here's Martin Chalk. He's onside. Good chance for Martin Chalk. Good save, Dearden. Chalky's still got a chance now. Dearden as well, despite his ample bulk. Kevin Dearden managed to get up off the floor after a great save from the shot by Chalk. Brammer. Ward. Roberts tries a shot. Ward with the follow-up does well. And just for a second, that looked to have been nestling in the bottom corner. Peter Ward showed a quick pair of feet there to get in the shot. Roberts does well. Brammer. Oh, great effort and a good save. Spink with his back to goal, holds the ball up well. Wilson. Ward. Ward tries another one, and another great save from Dearden. Pigs do fly. Cleared by Bates. Short takes that well in his stride and comes forward and has a bang, and another good save from Dearden, and again he claims it at the second attempt. Martin Shaw had quite an influence on this game. Brammer forward. Ward retrieves it. Roberts, good ball in. Spin. Oh, it's agonisingly wide. Good effort from Dean Spink. Well, there's been plenty of puff, but no puff from Wrexham. Still yet to make a telling change in the scoreline, and that corner isn't going to alter anything. And neither is that ball in, and it's really been that way so far. They've had a few sniffs at goal, Wrexham, but nothing really telling. So here's Mark Wilson. Oh, what a goal from Mark Wilson. Young lad on loan from Manchester United does it again. And with just half an hour left of the game, Mark Wilson adds to his tally for Wrexham. Ward. Oh, Ward throws one in. Nobody moved. And surely they've heard about Peter Ward's left foot. Stadium didn't even see it. Just 3 minutes after Mark Wilson's stunning equaliser, Peter Ward has matched that of Wilson's goal and he's taken the lead. Question is, can Wrexham hold on to this lead because Brentford are coming back at them. Hutchins, oh, that's a great goal. Carl Hutchins has equalised for Mickey Adams' side. And Wrexham didn't have the lead for long. Wilson, though he scored one screamer today, he's gone a bit wide this time, but had the shot. Stadium has to be alert.